Hey up everyone, Rich here at Only Vans. So we've had our camper now for a couple of weeks, so we've spent 5 or 6 nights now on our camper. So what I'm going to do is, based on the video which we did about the accessories which we purchased from A&E Leisure, of which I'll pop the link for down below, I'm going to take you through one of my favourite products, which was the Outdoor Revolution Rock and Roll King 120 Self-Inflating Mattress. So to give you a little bit of background, so the Rock and Roll 100, when Outdoor Revolution made it, they found that the feedback that they received was that a lot of people felt that there was a bit too much of a gap at the side. So that's what it was that prompted the 120, which, like I said, fits the rock and roll beds absolutely perfectly. So we're going to get the bed down now and we're going to show you how it works and some hints and tips. So let's show you how the product comes in the packaging. So you get a massive big blue bag. So one of the best things is we've had this out countless times now, and one of the things that we've found is that it's absolutely so easy to put away. A lot of the time you tend to find that with some things, once you get it out of the original packaging, you're never ever getting it back in, but this is an absolute doddle. So it comes in this blue bag, and it also comes with 2 black elastic straps. So that is, once all the air has been deflated, it just helps keep it all in a circle and in a roll so that you can get it straight back in the bag. Lisa said the bag's grey. I think it's blue. She thinks it's grey. So as you can see, this is whilst it's still rolled up. I'm going to show you the valves first whilst it's still tied up and show you how it inflates and then how you deflate it. So it's got 2 areas here where you let the air in. So you obviously unscrew one of them. So as you can see there, that says deflate. And then what you do is you just push that valve around like that. And as you hopefully can hear the air coming in. This is how to inflate it. So you take the black straps off, push both valves around, and then as you can see now, I'll try and, you might not be able to hear it, but as you can see, the air is actually getting drawn into the mattress now. So that'll maybe take 4 or 5 minutes to inflate to a level that we wanted to get it to. So as you can see with this Rock and Roll King 120, there's literally hardly any gap either side. So that means that when you're rolling over at night and stuff like that, you're not worried about feeling like you're not lying on anything, you know, in terms of comfort, which is massively important to us. You know, you're making sure that you're getting the maximum sleeping space possible. And especially with Lisa being in her condition, what we didn't want to do is rely entirely on the comfort of the rock and roll bed. So having something like this on top has made an absolutely massive difference for us. Now, a couple of things that you might want to know. So I'm a big lad, 6'4", about 17 stone. Lisa was obviously nowhere near that, would never dare say she was anywhere near that. But what you want to just make sure is that depending on how inflated you want the mattress, so when we've inflated it up to its maximum before, Lisa felt that it was too hard. So what you want to do is you can alter exactly how inflated the mattress is. But secondly, when you first buy it and you first get it out of the packaging, it will take a little bit of time for it to get all the air in that first time. So what we did was we inflated it, we deflated it, we inflated it again, we deflated it and inflated it again, just to help it sort of understand and learn where its maximum point is. And if you do want it super inflated, then the mattress just won't do it enough on its own. So what we bought as well is we bought the Outdoor Revolution pump. You know, it was an extra 8, 9, 10 quid. But then that allows us to do it a lot faster if we want to, but if we want to really inflate it to its absolute maximum, if it's just me, for example, and I want something a bit harder, then it allows us to do that. So now we've shown you what it's like up, we're going to show you how to put it away. So the polar opposite of what we did before. So the valves are on inflate at the moment, so all that you do is you just push them around like that so that they're on deflate mode. So you guys have just seen a time lapse there, but in real time that took just a little over 2 minutes. So top tips when you're putting it away is I tend to find that if you give it a rough rolling up first of all, and then roll it back out again, and then that's when you can really get the pressure right in to make sure it's in its smallest pack size. And once again, like we said before, with that big bag, it literally sits perfectly in that bag, and there's loads of space, so you're not wrestling with it for 10-15 minutes trying to get it back in its bag. So like I mentioned before, comfort and being comfortable is massively important to me. I love my sleep, so there was no way that I could just rely, like I said, just on the rock and roll beds. It just wouldn't have been enough for me. Outdoor Revolution also do a top of the pops, which is a self-inflating mattress which sits on your pop top as well. But having spent, like I say, the nights I have now on that, I absolutely would never ever consider not sleeping on one of these self-inflating mattresses again, because the whole comfort and experience is just, it's unmeasurable. And for comfort, we bought this, you know, we bought an amazing sleeping bag as well. Now, if you want to see what other accessories we bought for our camper van, follow this link here.